Fast Buds. It's 420 somewhere.
That is right, and we are here live from the Hollywood Hills, and it's not just me, Sebastian, no, it's also Chubbs.
What up, what up?
And our hash champion, Good Buddy Flowers. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Tired from the heat, but, we're still kicking.
We are still kicking. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, Norma G for president. Make sure to leave a like, also put a comment down there. Later on, we'll do a little giveaway pull up, but I learned my lesson in the last lives. It doesn't seem to be stable, this giveaway tool. So we wait till the end. Don't put anything. Yeah, Mario, Michael, Ermido, you guys putting the 420 already in the chat? Wait. I don't want that tool to crash again, and then after that tool crashes, then the people are like, but I was here in the beginning. So you have to wait till the end. I can't guarantee you. So thanks for all the people from Germany who are tuning in. Already more than 100 people in the chat. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Mother's Day, and thank you so much, Chubbs. Thank you so much, Good Buddy, for being here with me in Hollywood instead of being with your mom or with the mom of your children.
Yeah, I'm a little sad, but I hope she understands this is a once in a blue moon kind of thing.
Yeah, but I think that's where you're heading at right after this, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go make it up to her after this with some flowers and maybe a dinner.
That's really nice. So that's something you have an advantage of Chubbs, because right after this live, we're gonna pack our boxes up, leave Los Angeles. I'm gonna grab Chubbs and also Kevin, and we're gonna head up to San Francisco, right?
Yeah, 100%. We appreciate everyone in the community taking the time on Mother's Day. I mean, it's a very important day. In the doghouse, a little myself, but we'll make it up. We'll make it up. And again, like Good Buddy said, it's memories that last a lifetime. Just being here with everybody, it's a true honor.
It was amazing, right? Oh, hi, Heather. Heather is there too. Hi. Wait, and who is Fast But Germany? Bernie, you're in the chat too. Thanks for coming, everybody. And Norma G, of course, thanks so much. If you hit up, maybe somebody could put in the chat that backup account from the American Autoflower Cup, because before we celebrate everything, and you're holding your cup like a baby already, right?
Yeah.
You're did you have it next to you under the pillow, or next to the pillow last night?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I figured you did. But we have to say the bullshit news. Sorry, for using hard language, but yeah, the every account on Instagram got just suspended yesterday. Ours got suspended. The Autoflower World Cup's account got suspended. So when you can find us right now on Instagram, because I think literally everything is gone. The backup account, the main account, the German account, every single thing is gone, and that's just a bunch of bullshit. And you just said your first post was this morning, the cup, right? Because you'll be super careful because you got deleted again as well, no?
Yeah, so I'm on my third Instagram already, and the first one was my bigger one, so I was kind of bummed to restart, and it's kind of defeating after a while, getting it just taken down twice.
So you had you what did you do? Because you got yours back, right, Chubbs?
Yeah, I did. Again, my wife's amazing. She was able to get mine back. But yeah, they took mine down. And like Good Buddy said, it's just defeating because it was disabled for no reason. It was just one click to the next, your account's disabled. Sorry, nothing you can do about it. But unfortunately, if you go through the loops and get an account verified and do all that fun stuff, you can most likely get the accounts back, but it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And it's just a pain in the butt to have to go through that over something that's so beneficial to everybody.
100%. I mean, it's very upsetting, and of course we're here to celebrate, but we don't want to just be an hour here and you'll be like, yeah, even though we feel inside of ourselves a bit like that, we're still a little bit tired because events like that yesterday. I think I don't consume small amounts of THC, right? Maybe not as much as some others, but like, you know, my daily impact of THC is not that tiny, right? But if an event like everybody's like, hey, try this vaporizer. Hey, try this ball vape. And hey, I have a really cool dab tool as well. Like, you gotta try it. Then you come like Uncle Stoner, super cool guy. Bobby, Uncle Stoner, old school person, amazing. If you don't know him, check him out. He comes like, now it's your time for the dab. And I like, you know me, I like dabs, but I take those tiny dabs, you know, like here out of my areas, even though you can rip in this thing, but I like to sip, like they're like, and then Uncle Stoner comes like with like, I don't know, a 1/4 gram dab and just like, in 5 minutes is the award ceremony. I'm like, what was that? Did you have some really good smokes yesterday?
Oh yeah, for sure. I smoked with Haggard Extracts and I smoked 420. He had some really cool stuff. Hit a vaporizer I never hit before, so that was really sick.
3, that's that's what I was talking about. He had 3 vaporizers within 1 hour.
Yeah.
Cool guy, 420, cool dude, amazing guy. But he made me try his basically all the tools he had going on there. He made me try at once.
Yeah, I was blasted at 7 o'clock. I was like, I'm gonna take it nice and slow, you know, chill, and then like at 7 I was already.
Look, he's in the chat. There you go. Thanks, brother. We're talking about you. Yeah, like, oh, for sure. I like that like little miniature dab pen kind of thing because it's even smaller than mine. And I mean, yeah, ball vapes are a great way to vaporize, but it's like also it's some serious, like it's like bong rips, you know, like it's just like, as I said, usually I sip, I don't rip. So like, thanks everyone for showing up for sure. Sorry for looking down, but I do want to try to always keep you, the chat, in mind, because maybe we'll have to talk before we go into the specific things about one award, which has, of course, to do with us, but which has even more to do with you out there. The one we got through you, the Best Breeder, American Autoflower Breeder 2025 award, with over 1,600 votes from the community, which is a hell lot more than the second place. And I want to thank you out there. And I mean, everybody, you know, no matter if you're from America or you're from not, it's an open vote. Everybody can vote. And to bring that one home just means a lot.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the community like having their past buds back on that, and you know how much people love them.
I mean, for me, it was the first time coming there. And I can tell you, when I came, I was blown. I mean, we were there super early. It was extremely hot, like 96 degrees, like 36 degrees Celsius. It was melting. And the whole thing is basically in a parking lot. I mean, it has an indoors. It's really cool setup. Don't misunderstand me. But if it's like almost 100 degrees outside, you don't want to stand in a parking lot, like, you know, like on black tarmac, basically, you know, like so. And we were not there when it started at like 4 or 5. We were there earlier to set up. So we're just melting in the sun, like, God, is it hot? But when the people started pulling up, there were so many growers I have not known before who came, they introduced themselves. There was like an amazing community. Like, did you experience that the last years as well, or was it even more this year?
Yeah, for me, you know, it's the 3rd time I've gone, and every year it just seems to be better and better. The venue is definitely great because you got the inside, outside, but the community is what makes it such an amazing event because the vibes are there. Everyone's just sharing the love of the plant, showcasing. It's like you were saying, you know, dabs here, flower here, you know, it's anywhere you look, everyone's just enjoying in a good mood. Besides the heat, you know, we weren't letting it get us down, but at the same time, you know, it's one of those events where it'll last a lifetime, the memories, you know, just because of the people that you do meet. So 100% the community that comes and takes the time to get there and show the votes. It's overwhelmingly humble, you know, for me at least.
I met super cool people, and it's funny for me, one of the personal favorites is like the couple of girlfriends of like dudes who clearly watch thank you for watching my video so much. Like, let's put it that way, I think, and I do have my very funny accent, like what I mean. And so they just come in like, and they say, it's 4:20 somewhere. And I just love that because it's just such genuine positivity and that it transfers from the dude who's, I know they told me, my man is a big fan of yours. So that it transfers from the significant other to them, and that it is just fun. They come and hang out, and it was a really, really good time. And what I really liked better than in the Autoflower World Cup was just because it was so much bigger with the outside area, it wasn't like as cramped. And an Autoflower World Cup is just one night. You get there and it's like over after so many hours, and everybody is already quite beat because you're like in Barcelona, you're going hard all day at the trade show. It's the Saturday of the trade show. And here it was almost, I don't want to say like a mini trade show, but yes, in a sense, because they were like what you said, they were stand with the guys from, what is it called, Rosentech and Focus V, then Haggard Extracts, then they had like a cookie stand there. They had like another multiple stands with different breeders and good food. It was just more like a real round, well-curated event with comedians, music. And if you have this outside component, even if you can smoke inside in a venue, but if you have this outside, it makes it less cramped, and therefore more like you get more time to really talk to somebody. Because if you're just at a small venue, they're like, hey, can you hear? Yeah, you grow out flowers too. Okay, and you're just like, that was definitely not the case there.
Yeah. And it's really cool too to see like new growers and like experienced growers like alike, and everyone's just super stoked to talk about the plant and just like share growing tips and just share how much they love the plant. Yeah.
100%. So now I don't really 100% know which one is which video, so we're just gonna try. I wanted to show you as one of the first videos this is all unedited footage. There will be a video about the whole thing, so you will make like, the big shout out to Hieronymus Boss, our editor. He's gonna put that together, and it's gonna come this week for sure. Like in the next 3-4 days, it's gonna be a video release. You can have like an overlook. But I just pulled up like 5 minutes. You saw me doing it. Put up my cell phone images from when we won the different things. And the first one or the last one we actually got, I want to come as the first, as a thank you to the community, and that was when we did win Best Breeder.
Thank you guys again for hanging out with us. It's been an honor to be hosting this Autoflower Cup once again. It's all over the world, and we're out here in Hollywood. We got the last one and after more.
If we win Best Breeder, you are gonna come up there with me. Okay?
Alright.
As I said, unedited.
An incredible, about 1,600 community votes for this breeder. And the best autoflower breeder of 2025 goes to Fast Boy! Congrats.
So yeah, tell us about some popular fast bud strains. What makes you guys the best breeder?
First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to every single person here right now who submitted. Not only going through the process of growing this, like Chubbs, and then also making hash out of it, making rosin out of it. So there's a lot to it, and I guess almost everybody here is a homegrower who does this. So, and that's where it goes. So, Chubbs, man, and all the other people out there, thanks so much for that.
Yeah, I've grown every fast bud strain, and I can honestly say they're all amazing. I grow medically, so I can sit here and honestly say it. Some of the best strains in the world. Stand behind them 100%. I check them out if you've had them. Definitely worth it.
There's a lot of good shit like that. There's lemon cherry cookies that you just won. I just won with the Z up. I helped you out. Yeah, I helped you out. you blind picked that out in Barcelona out of a lot of strains of mine. So like there is a flavor for everything, and Chubbs means the world, you know. So and thanks for everybody who voted too. Of course, without the community, we're like nothing. So thanks so much. Always remember,
420 somewhere. Shout out to Fast Buds.
Of course, it's 420 somewhere. As you said, it wasn't edited. I gave Chubbs the quick like, if we win, you gotta come with me. Now it caught you off guard a little bit, no?
100%, you know, but it's an honor to be up there and accept the award like that for the community to vote us. Like I said on stage, you know, I back Fast Buds 100%. Growing every strain, I can sit there and say terpenes, quality, effect, everything that you're looking for, all boxes are checked.
Exactly. And for me, I came to Fast Buds for I liked it. Sounded yummy. It sounded delicious. It's like, you know, I'm like, yeah, if that really tastes like that. And I think I know somebody else who told me that before.
What's up?
About I came to Fast Buds was about like terpenes for me. It was like about flavor. Like I saw this blackberry. Wow, blackberry, that sounds awesome. Like, you know, it wasn't blackberry kush, it was just blackberry, you know? Yeah. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. And yeah, I should try that. And I tried it and it was blackberry. It was like full on berry and it was black, you know? So, and I think, as I said, like, I know somebody else who has told me before, like something with May. I don't know. What did you say?
When I first grew Fast Buds, the first strain I ever grew was orange sherbet. And it was like the only second autoflower I've ever grown. And orange sherbet has had a special place in my heart for the last 3 years. And I always tell you guys, like, since we first started talking, that orange sherbet's a winner in my heart. And I'm just glad to finally bring home a trophy with it as like my first autoflower from Fast Buds.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but it is like I love the matching flavors to the name, and not just a bunch of BS. But it's really, you can really get the flavors out of it, and the orange sherbet definitely does that. It has that sharp terp, but of course it goes orange right in your face.
Yeah, and that's the thing I love about Fast Buds. Like the name matches the terps you're gonna get on that strain. So yeah, that's why I stick to orange sherbet. I'm a citrus kind of guy.
It's funny, somebody in the chat said, apple strudel blows the mind of everyone who I have shown it to. Smells and tastes like its name. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And also, have you guys had those, like I've seen it in DWC. There's a new episode from Grower in Prague. It's like first time I have visited somebody not in Germany or in the US. It was in Prague. And he showed me a stand, and he had a apple strudel DWC, like my height or something like that. Absolutely crazy. She has that potential to go, wow, tree style, no?
No, 100%. And those terps, if you like those dessert, like it almost tastes like you're eating an apple pie, you know, because I've grown it a couple times, and it is definitely one of the top 5 favorites of mine. Just for those terp profiles, bud structure, and like you said, be ready because they can get tall.
100%. So thanks all the 292 of you who are watching this on Mother's Day right now. I hope your mothers ain't mad with me or with Fast Buds for not being with them. There was crazy competition this year. I mean, the competition there was wow. I mean, I've seen a few samples. I got to smell a few samples, and I got to talk. I mean, did you guys talk to the judges at all?
Yeah, definitely talk to the judges. It was cool seeing them in person. A lot of people I've learned on from YouTube. So yeah, it was really cool to connect.
And I heard from them that they were just saying like, yeah, this was really tough. It was really, really good. Of course, there is always like this like average, you know, like 50% average, like, but that's what I heard. That's what they told me. There was like 50% average, but the other 50% were really hard to judge because those 50% were just fire. And then this is just comes down to so many tiny little factors. And it is, and I was a bit surprised with the cup that I thought with the whole hash and rosin categories there would be first, second, third, and it wasn't. It was winner takes it all. So it was like really, really, really tough to score in that category. Somebody's saying, sorry, got distracted. Somebody's entry will be much better next year. Well, I hope mine will be better. Well, we always hope that our entries are going to be better than next year's. Fat, nasty, but thank you, though, for submitting. And I think if you personally like what you submit, or you just think, hey, this has a good look, this has a strong smell, and maybe I personally don't like it as much, but maybe others will. So you never 100% know if you might score with the plant you would never expect it with. That was like you the first year, you think?
Took the words out of my mouth, because with the first year I threw a few samples, and entries, and the one that I least expected to win actually took it, the Gorilla Punch. And for me, the terp profile, like a different terp profile, but everybody is different. So like you were saying, if you think it has a chance, I always tell anybody and everybody, enter it, just because end of the day, you're competing against yourself, because you'll know where you kind of lie in the categories, and it's fun for me because now I know, all right, just like you were saying, I try better every year. Every year I try to bring it. And if you were there and had a chance to see those samples, everyone were top notch. So,
by the look, everything was spot on.
100%, and I've seen year after year, the entries just get better and better and better. And as entering it myself, I find that enjoyable because it just pushes you just to try that level harder and harder and to make yourself that better grower, so it's fun.
And then we always grow autoflowers from seed, and we know how it is. This is always a hunt, of course there is a consistency in terps and looks and structure, but they're all just siblings. They are not clones. So like there is a variation in it, and it's funny enough, even though I'm growing, I just grew papaya sherbet and rainbow melon from seed, took cuttings and stuff, and now I'm back to back flowering it out again. And if you believe it or not, this run, they're slightly different in terps. Like they're just like they're in different pots, so they're slightly different in terpenes. And I was very, very surprised by that it really could make that much of a difference. Like not huge, but they're even better now than last run. Maybe because I know the plant better.
Yeah, that's true, right? And then they're probably just picking out the better plants and just gonna get better and better each round.
100%. Yes, good buddy. Your winner takes it all for special.
Yeah, definitely. It was like when I placed last year, it was my goal to start improving my rosin and hash game. So seeing some progress and people noticing my progress, it's yeah, it feels good.
Stay tuned and don't forget to drop a like down there. Also, later on when we're done with this, please comment below. We will pick somebody. We'll not pick at the end of this episode 3 people who are going to get swagged up, but also if you put a comment below, you'll have another chance. It must sometimes take a couple of weeks because we want to give people the chance, and we also like to get more comments because comments help with the algorithm. The algorithm makes it the videos or even this live, the recorded version, available to more people. And the more likes and the more comments we get, the more people will watch it. We can grow and we can even make more of these cool videos. And I just love being with the community. I love being here with you in the chat. And I will answer a few more questions that I think somebody asked about the judging process, which I really like this year. I heard they told me about it. Yeah, now I lost my thought, but that doesn't matter. So let's do that. Yeah, with the judging process. I talked to Matt, like my boy Matt. I mean, there was a lot of cool judges. Don't misunderstand me, but I've watched Matt ICANN TV for a very long time. I think since he came out, and I always had him on when I was trimming. I just love the way he talks. I just find him funny, and I find him. It's just my boy. It's just my homie, And every time we see each other, we never get to spend much time because we only see each other at these events. But at least we get a couple hours, a few 10, 15 minutes to talk here and there. He told me, yeah, they got the samples on the Wednesday. So they came in on the Wednesday and got to see the samples and stuff. So they got a first overlook, and then they had all day Thursday and all day Friday to judge these 75 or something samples, which I think is fair. I mean, much longer is not possible. and they rented two houses which somehow were connected, he told me, and everybody was staying there, and they could, like, you know, sesh in the garden of that. So I haven't seen much footage because obviously we were busy doing our own stuff, but it sounded amazing. And he said it was tough. Everybody said it was tough, but they got through all of the samples, and that is just like that's the most important thing, that they really have time to judge every single thing. And I think there were 10 judges.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you said the number, but there was like 81 samples, right? Like
Something like that.
yeah. So that was crazy how they had to get through all those samples. A lot of work for sure. Thank you, judges, who did all that for us.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I judged a few things, but like it's a job. It's a tough job, but it doesn't mean that it is a bad job. You know, it's the most fun thing for me is to judge a cup. But it's work. It's not a joke. If you treat it as a joke, you're not very considering the grower. And I think everybody who submitted maybe even just one sample in a cup before, you don't want to be like, you know, like not taken serious, you know. Maybe even if you are on the lower end of what is, at least you should be treated fairly as everybody else.
Yeah, no, 100%, you know, and again, hands down, thanks to all the judges that did an immaculate job. I'm sure, like Sebastian said, you know, I've judged before in the past, and it's a very serious position because you got to take into consideration the respect factor to everybody that put in that hard work and hours of dedication to produce the plant that they produced and entered, you know. So it's definitely one of those much appreciated, and I'm glad they gave them enough time to actually do a great job and go through every one of them.
100%. I mean, some people say, "Oh, wer blickt denn da noch da? Who can have that an overlook over that?" Okay, we have a few minutes, and we have somebody lined up in the back office. I'm sorry for not pulling you up, and we have in the back the winner of the cup in the category flower. We will pull him up very soon, but let's talk for a second about the judging. So you judge different criteria. It depends a little bit on the cup, but it's usually something like first impression, bag appeal, smell, taste, effects. So really, the only category you need to consume for is taste and effects. But taste and effects, so I judge all three other, everything I don't need to smoke for is for me judged in the best according time for me I can do with the samples, because I don't consume a single drag. Like, yeah, I come in dead sober to look at the stuff and smell it and so on and so on and so on. And a lot of times it also helps with to having an overlook, to open up all jars and put them all in front of you and take a look and blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, because then you have an overlook. This is the scale I'm on. Maybe I'm starting way too high and giving way too much. And so I can only give 10 points. I don't know. This is always different every cup. But it's always different. So I might time to, this is absolute fire. I'm giving it 9 points. And then I get like samples which are double as fire. So I can't give more than 10 points. Now I suddenly have to downsize. So that is like to put into consideration. And I think when you have 10 judges who are judging together, like this week, I think it's a bit different in a sense, because there's some people who've been judging for like 30 years. Like Uncle Stoner has been judging for like at least 20 years. So you have people who know that. And they will advise people who might just be judging the first time. That doesn't mean that these judges who judge the first time are knowledgeable in weed, you know, but they might not be knowledgeable in what's my strategy to go through like 80 samples.
Yeah.
So.
You might be a good sprinter, but marathon's a whole different story, right?
Absolutely. I think we lost him in the back end. Let me put down here. I'm gonna kick John from the studio, and you're gonna come back, please. Okay, if you can hear me, I'm assuming. Or is he coming back? Sorry. Sometimes there's some slight. There he is. Perfect in the back end. Now I lost my thought. But since before I mumble here, let's just look and see, because we did not just win best breeder, which means a lot, but we also won in best hybrid, and that was this one. That's again unedited footage, so I don't know. Let's just look at it.
Second place with 252 points. Entry number 51, Lemon Cherry Cookies by Fast Buds, drawn by Somerville.
Who is that? All right.
Hello, Fast Buds is here. Somerville, are you in the building? Coming up, second place. The trophies.
We can see.
I just got a big light, so I see movement. I don't know if you want to come this way.
Somerville, congratulations, man. Like, big ups. I grew this strain in 55 days in my caravan, driving through 4 countries in 55 days, and that was from popping the bean to harvesting it. Then I cut it down and I let it dry in my caravan on the campground. And I left the campground to go to Mary Jane Berlin. So I don't know Somerville, but it's an amazing strain, one of the fastest strains you can get, and it's super flavorful. What was the strain again? Lemon Cherry Cookies.
That is right, lemon cherry cookies from Somerville, and we got it together. John is in the back end, and hey Somerville, hey John, how is it going? Congratulations, brother. How is it going?
Doing very good, very, very good. Thank you very much for having me on today, and congratulations to you guys too for being cup winners again.
First of all, is this your first cannabis cup you won?
Yeah, this is, I love this plant, and I've been growing it, as a hobby that I really kind of care about for the last 2 years or so. And these Fast Buds just came out so good. And some folks from Fast Buds encouraged me to, put my hat in the ring and see what happened. And I can't believe I placed at all. And I'm just very honored to be a part of this. So thank you very much.
You can't believe you placed at all because it is your first cup. But
oh, yeah.
Smelling that lemon cherry cookies of yours, you must have had an idea that you had some pretty good bud on your hand, no?
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, the whole time, the whole grow, especially in the flower phase, I was just like, holy shit, this one's like, I have nothing to do with it. It's the plant doing the work right now. It really was such a pleasure to grow it and to watch it and now to smoke it. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. And I'm really proud of this one. And so thank you again.
I am going to enjoy it very, very soon with all of you together. We're going to enjoy that for sure. I asked Jeremy, he's a super cool guy, the guy who is the curator of the cup. I've never met him before. I've never had contact with him. Yesterday, I got to meet him, and it's like you meet these people who you connect with deeply right away. You know they're in for a similar cause. They love the plant as much as you do. And so this was the case with Jeremy. And so at the very end of the night, I'm like, Jeremy, we're having a live tomorrow, right? So do you still need that display of that lemon cherry cookies? Which one? You don't need that anymore, right? You have all the other ones. Can I just have that one? Because I'd like to test it out. And so we got it here.
Thank you.
We got it here, and we got to smell it. And it has this oh my God, it's like cookies through and through with some slight lemon, but some distinct cherry terps on top. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I would say these terps are what kind of terps I would. This is the pheno for me for sure.
Would you extract it?
Oh yeah, if it extracted, I would.
Totally. I know. I've been thinking about doing washing and making some hash with it too, just to see just to bring out those flavors even more and see what that is like,
Yeah, 100%. Great job, brother. It's definitely worthy of being a cup winner. Just the trichome production on it, balances out with that purple behind it. Just, absolutely stunning. You get that strong lemon, but yet, you know, you get the cookie smell followed behind it. And just, I mean, I'm telling you, the density, everything about it is just 100% immaculate, bro.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you so much. And, you know, I just want to say this whole community has been so awesome. As a hobbyist that really loves this plant, like, there have been some folks that have, you know, really helped me learn about this process and how to understand the plant more. And I feel like I'm hitting a stride now that feels really good. And I'm so glad you guys get to try it too. So thank you.
I mean, again, I wanted to thank you, John, for just submitting it, because this is, it's not always easy. It means like, you know, it's like if you need to submit, it's not to get it there. You need, and you're sharing your herb, and like if you're often not an insignificant amount of it, you know. And what do you submit to a cup? Your A, your prime, the best you got, you know. So like you get to like have the little larve and the lowers, and like that's what you are left with. But yet you have other people try it, and then on top of it, the nervosity, no, for you too.
Oh yeah, I don't eat the whole day when if I'm competing.
You too, no?
Oh, 100%. And it's like you said, you know, I remember my first competition. It's so humbling when you're just like, I'm just a home grower hobbyist, you know. I mean, to sit there and be recognized for, I mean, it shows all the time and dedication and your passion behind it goes into it. And more importantly, like Sebastian was saying, you know, you get others to be able to share some of the actual best flowers you got that you grew, because you don't want to give them the lowers, you know. So, I mean, 100% much respect, man. Definitely.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah, I would love to, you know, talk more with you guys at some point if you want, if you're interested. And, you know, I just want to say too that, like, I think being a hobbyist means you do it because you just love it, right? Like, I'm not doing this for money. I share this with my friends and my family, and it's like a joy, you know. And so I'm so glad I could spread around my joy in all of this, and just really feel very fortunate. So thank you again.
I think you told me you're on the other side of America before earlier. So when I'm on the other side, the next time I have to hit you up, and I'm going to have to come and we do a little home grow visit, no?
Absolutely. Yeah, please come over. We'd love to share my very simple setup here. You know, I just do soil and water, and I keep it pretty simple. So
yeah, I mean, those are the things, and if you hit some photons in there, those will help as well, you know. But
totally. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's not just soil and water. It's special, you know, crafted soils and things like that. But
do you make your soil yourself?
I buy Coast of Maine Stonington blend. I'm from New England, and I love Stonington. It's a nice place, and I amend that with other things, and that are all local stuff. And so it's a bit of a mix, but I'm always experimenting, you know, and I love trying to grow companion plants in the pots and see, you know, like this winter I was eating like beautiful kale all winter while my buds were growing in the tent. And
that's
so
cool.
It's all just an experiment and a sort of a puzzle for me. And so it's.
So are you growing in like large pots then, like or beds or something? Because that's.
Yeah, I do. I generally just do 5-gallon pots. I've been experimenting with, I was actually stacking 3-gallon pots on top of each other, because I started to think maybe if the roots were just going down and straight for longer, that they might get a more even distribution of like nutrient intake. So I've been playing around with weird things like that lately. But I keep it really small. You know, I'm really limited in space because I live in a sort of a city area. So I have a 30 by 30 tent and a 20 by 20 tent, and that's it. And so, you know, I love Autoflower because you have the opportunity, you know, to go through the cycles a little quicker. And, you know, when you make one failure, you can kind of chase it again a little quicker with your next grow. And yeah, it's like the endless hobby. I couldn't see getting bored in this for a long time.
No, I don't think we ever get. No, none of us ever get bored. How fast? Can I ask you how fast was this one? Do you know more or less? I mean,
So oh my God,
I wouldn't know.
This plant was such a tease. Like, it just looked so ripe for a while. And right when I was kind of thinking about cutting it, because it looked early, it was like 70 days that I was like, I could maybe cut this right now. And then new white hairs poked up on the cola. So I was like, all right, I think it's telling me like back off, give me some more time. And so I think I went to 92 days from sprout.
Okay. Nice.
And I germinate directly into the soil, and I sort of start the clock when the first little, sprout pops out of the soil. But I let it go long, and I'm glad that I did. I think it really.
Yeah, you did you obviously you did the right choice there.
Yeah.
You're putting it too early, 'cause-
Yeah, and it's funny too. Like getting the flowers there, it's sort of a funny story. But I had to go to Texas for a job, and I flew back to Boston that night, and I got back to my house at like 10:30 on May 1st. And I don't know if you know this, but all the submissions were due May 2nd.
Yeah.
So I run home, I like throw it all out on the table, put it all in the jars, and get it all packed up and shrink wrapped and everything. Found a 24-hour FedEx and overnighted it that day, and it made it there like it was meant to be, I think, and the stars aligned for me. So yeah, that's
did you track it, on its way, just to make sure it was still progressing?
exact. Oh my God, I was like at work, like, oh my God, what the fuck? I better get there. That's 20 grams of like the best thing I've ever grown. Get the fuck over to Los Angeles. But
yeah, it's like a kid waiting to open his Christmas present. Come on, where are you at? Where are you at?
I know. Oh my gosh. But it all worked out. It was great. And, all the American Autoflower Cup folks were super, super nice and very patient with all the questions I was asking. And, so thank you to those folks very much. And thanks for having me there. And yeah, can't wait to try it again next year too. Hopefully better than before.
So let's get my cell phone started here. This is behind the scenes because I haven't loaded in the packs. So we got to go outside. We can take this camera off stage for a second. We got to put.
Oh, you're going to go try it? Cool.
Yeah, of course. You got to do it right now. Let me remove. We'll be gone. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We're going to go outside real quick. We're going to start this up.
All right.
Yeah. Look, Stitch is with us.
Oh, yeah.
Look, so we're here in the Hollywood Hills, and down that hill is the Hollywood Bowl.
I think you might be muted.
Like basically down the street, that hill, that's where the Hollywood Bowl is. And so, yeah, we're going to jump in that truck in a minute, and then we're going to go to SF.
Oh, there you are.
So yeah, I'm actually really excited. All right,
Yeah.
you hold this thing.
All right.
I dig the packs. I think it's the flavor that you pull out of those is really nice.
Wow. No, seriously, wow.
I'm gonna hit it too.
1 to 1, the flavor of it. Cookie dough, lemon zest
Yeah.
with like cherries above it.
100%.
It kind of finished
Try
with
that,
that sweet cherry. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Amazing. Those terps.
Respect, man. Respect.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for growing such great genetics. I mean,
Talk
these
about
fast buds, really are awesome.
Yeah.
stuff.
that just hits them all right there. It's like you said, you get that lemon followed by the.
You taste what you smell.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm. I
That's
love
what
it too.
is,
Like,
what some of the judges said, like the stuff that translates.
Yeah, I love that.
And this and look, I had 2 puffs, you had 2 puffs, you had 3 puffs, and I have another, and it still has it.
Yeah.
So it keeps
Mhm.
the flavor.
Yeah.
and are you high?
Wow, man. John, Somersville, we're gonna go back inside. It's like so hot here. Wow.
Pretty good.
Now I'm ready. Now I'm
Hell
lit.
yeah.
Remove no adders back. Yeah. Oh wow, thank you. Somebody's doing an amazing job in the back end. Thank you, my dear friend Mikey. Mikey, we never pulled you up. Let's get you in here for a second. I have to say, 420 things. How is it going, man? You have been helping us in the back end. Thanks so much for that.
When I did that one last little click right there, you were like, "Oh, there we go."
Yeah, and in 2 minutes, John, I can also tell you how the effects are, even though it's only like a 3-4 puffs, but I feel it slightly in my eyes right now already. What about you guys?
Oh yeah, I feel it pretty good.
I'm definitely glad you let it go, the little longer, because I'm more of I like the couch lock feeling, to a point. So you can definitely already start to feel it in the eyes,
Yeah. And I think it's such a like mild, like the harshness. I really think I got the cure right on this, in the sense that it's smooth enough that you can kind of get deeper into it, and you do get that sort of relaxed couch lock, sort of anti-inflammatory kind of effect that you're looking for in an indica like that, potential, or that I'm looking for at least.
Can I ask you, how did you dry and cure?
Yeah, totally. So I actually dried it with the what was it? The banana purple punch at the same time. And I hang them upside down, obviously, but something that Galaxy Farms, he's a good friend of mine up in Mendocino, kind of gave me this tip to have a fan going above the stock, and then another one in the opposite direction going below the cola. And so I tried that this time. And then once, I gave it like, I think 12 days, and then I pulled it, did a little light trim, and then put it in a jar with the lid off for 2 days. Okay. And I store all of my flour in it's actually a wine fridge, but it hits 60 degrees and stays at 60% humidity, which I've found to be a good sort of ratio for curing.
Sounds right there.
Yeah. But like in a wine fridge, it's pretty cool. I got it free from work. And so I put it all in the jar, and I push down to like kind of compact the bud, leave it in the fridge open, no cap for 2 days. And then after that 2 days, actually jar it, and then burp like twice a day for a week or two, and then kind of once a week or once a month after that. But
nice. Seems like you hit the sweet spot there. That's for sure. Like, congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
But we do have one more winner here, and to me, that's a special, very special win here, because I said that these categories, hash and rosin, they only had one winner, so they didn't have a second or third place. That's like winner takes it all, and it goes a lot in it. And I'm a big fan of really good hash, but I am not a good hash maker by no means. I am trying myself, and I'm learning, and I am sharing the educational part while I'm doing it. So like, there's, for example, like a dry sift video I made in German for the Germans, in the style like Chubbs does. I did it, and then Chubbs calls me, yeah, I really enjoyed that. Like, you did this and this and this and this wrong, just so you know. Which is good. Don't we all learn, and we all need to learn. And with making all these videos and really investing a lot in time and into the community and growing, that's consuming a lot of my part. But yet you will see in the future more of Sebastian's questionable skills of making hash. But one person I met a few years ago, actually, by now already, and he's sitting right on my right for you on over there, and he has been bringing the fire on for a while, and he is a big fan of live rosin, and so and also bubble hash. And with this very bubble hash of our orange sherbet, you won best hash. Congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's funny too. I was talking to 420 things, and I actually took some of his tips when I did this hash. So yeah, you're my boy.
Right on, brother. That's cool, man. Yeah. Like you just said, community, man. You share those things, whether it works or not. You try it, and hey, listen, man, good. That's awesome.
it's good to have friends, you know. It's like, and thank you for being a good friend,
and
good
it's
buddy.
good to meet maybe first on the internet, usually most of the time. Then we get to meet at these events. We get closer, and then we get to meet again and again and again. And Mike is just in the back end for me, just hey, because we're friends, like, and he has his tents full of fast buds because he wants to test the fire, and he does it next time. We're gonna get Mike on, because aren't those getting like, where are they at right now, yours? Because
week 3.5 of flower.
yeah, so we'll wait till week 6 or 7, and then we're gonna take a look, because you have how many plants in the 5x5?
I'm down to, I think, 21 now. 21.
21,
In
and
all-
all in solo cups, aka bud cups from bud trainers, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and cocoa, and watering them 3-4 times a day, and that's beauty. When I heard that thing, what you said, you stack your pots, I thought that was so cool. I'm thinking about doing it outside this year, because I have some old pots that I'll just put on top of the other one and just let it go down. I like that idea.
Very much so. Very much so. Interesting. And I've been saying it for a long time, especially with autoflowers. If you give them a little bit more in height than in width, you have the tendency to get bigger autos, because the tap root will just keep on going down and down and down. And as long as it can go down, it kind of knows that no matter how strong the winds are on top, the taproot will be still able to connect. And I think that's also the trick with the autopot systems, why they are so good, because there's a consistent source of water on the bottom, and it can just drink, and that gets the water supply. The nutrients come, I'm not a plant scientist, but they come a little bit more. That's why you top dress. There's more like on the top layer, but if they can get the water, because that's the main thing they need water to get big and big and big and big and bigger. And then, yeah, I mean, I had some monster autos from like the autopots, and they're also quite tall for their width.
Yeah, I actually grew the hash in an autopot system, so
there we go.
it speaks
Goes
for
first.
itself.
Full circle. We're gonna look how it was.
And I saw
Again,
some of the
unedited.
entries, and they listen. I was surprised. I was super excited to see what happened. Shout out to the judges who went through it.
I'm not breathing right now. I'm blacking out. The edges are getting all blurry.
That's how we do it. So who's going to go first place on this? Yeah, best auto in 2025, and the winner with 141 points.
141 points.
Entry number 73. You agree? The Orange Sherbet, presented by Derek from San Miguel.
That reaction felt like
It takes a while till you realize.
yeah. I'm just like, what's going on? Yeah. I'm like an autopilot right now.
Congrats. Oh, tell us about what you did. Fresh frozen live rosin? Yeah. Autoflower? Crazy. Sorry.
What was the strain?
It was Orange Sherbet. It was one of the first strains ever grown from Fast Buds. And I started growing 3 years ago, so that's really cool. It's like a full circle from like my first to this.
What do you like about it?
Definitely the terps. That's what I think it was like the citrusy sweetness. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Sorry.
He likes the terps, the citrusy sweetness.
Yeah, it was great. I saw some of that. Sebastian showed.
Don't we all love the terps and the citrusy sweetness? That's what we're after, right?
I need to work on my public speaking.
No, I find it funny. Heather said like Derek was like this. Because I don't know who of you competed before. Like, I know how I feel, and I am the crazy Sebastian who's like overplaying, and I don't play. I am just Sebastian. But at competitions, when I enter myself, sometimes you have to be like, okay, let's just like, get out of yourself. You don't want to be like standing there because you're just like, your heart is pounding the whole time, and you can't just like say a word anymore because you just want to be like, can we just finally announce the winners?
No, I definitely feel like that. And plus I'm like socially awkward to begin with too, so it's like, it makes it even worse. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the garden, so as you guys can see.
So before, and since we are just hit 420 followers, now we are starting opening up the giveaway tool. Put in 420, spam the chat, but only once. So only once. Some people actually do, if you put it twice, then you're not in anymore. Just so nobody spams the chat, but like put it, we don't have that, but still, please don't spam, just doesn't make sense. And it doesn't matter if you're on X or if you're on Twitch or if you're on YouTube watching this right now, because we're streaming we're in the multiverse here. Yeah, everybody's in the pot. We're let's collect for a little while. Yeah, and again, I want to say thank you to all of you. I mean, this is amazing. It's being here right now with you means the world. It takes a lot. You know, I don't want to like complain, like, you know, I don't want to be like the like little like, you know, like, come on, Sebastian, man up. But I have not slept more than 12 hours in the last 4 nights or so. Like, it's just because I'm out of whack. We are like going, we're filming. It means the world. And I'm so happy, and I said it yesterday on stage, and it doesn't mean just the Fast Buds growers. Of course, you specifically because your family, but every grower who submits in a cup, who puts their shit together, no matter if you're a pro or you're a beginner, if you think that's good weed and that has maybe a chance and you're willing to take it, you know, and not consume it yourself. Like I say, don't submit your bottoms, you know, there's just no point. And like, if you want to really compete, then do it, you know. And it just means a lot. Like, personal thank you to you, John. It really means a lot. Like, you did your shit. You paid a shitload of money to FedEx to get that overnight there, you know. You were on your phone like there, like shit, is it gonna make it, you know? And you really spent the time to grow and cure and dry the best weed possible. So thanks again.
And thank you, Heather, too, from Fast Buds. She made all of this so easy for me, and really was awesome with the sort of nitty gritty of getting from A to B. So thank you, Heather, for that.
Thanks,
really
Heather, for that. Yeah.
We love you, Heather.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Heather, thanks for being here right now. Thanks for being there all night long yesterday. Heather pulled a 24 hours. Then she slept for a little while, and now she is back at it. And she also made it possible that, John, you are here right now. If Heather wouldn't have done that and organized that, you wouldn't. And you know, that's a tough one. Like, being like on this at the event with a little bit of jet lag. Sure, I pulled through. Like, I have good weed. I even had a couple of beer. I had like good company. Like, my life was perfect, you know. Like, Heather is sitting in front of a computer and has to wait for us, like, and make posts about it. And so thank you so much, Heather. Heather, we love you.
Fast Buds Wonder Woman.
Yeah, for real.
And we made it. We met more than 433 people. I'm going to pull it up here right now because we have to head out. We can't. Normally, I always go like an hour and 10, hour and 15. Our plane goes in 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and we are an hour away from the airport, still have to park, and I have to drop off my luggage. So if we're not making it, we kind of want to make it to SF. So let's put that 420 in the chat, and I'm going to pull up the first one right now. Let's go for it. We're going to pull 3 people. And just write Heather. Just write Heather. Yeah, this is how you do it. Lars Göllner. Sounds like something is going to Germany. Let's draw again. Guys, you still have the chance. Submit. There's way more people in watching this right now than in the pot. So thanks again, by the way, community, for pulling in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell, and leave a comment down below, because it helps us with the algorithm, and also it might help you get something, if you know what I mean. Eric 616.
Sunny boy.
Sunny boy, congrats, man.
Congrats.
And let's do that one more time. I'm feeling good. And then I think we do have to go slightly over the 1 hour because we do have obviously that hash in this areas and we have to go outside with that and try that before we say goodbye. Rudi Ahner, another German, I would assume. Rudi Ahner, thank you so much. Please follow the us on X. Like follow Fastbots on X, follow me on X, and follow also the American Autoflower Cup on X. Why am I saying this? Because I am not longer on Twitter, on Instagram. For now, they don't like me there anymore. They deleted me 4 times. No, thank you. So we're just gonna go. I hope everybody had a good time so far. We're gonna go tell you how that rosin is, and then we're gonna call it a night. I need to add myself to stage. Here we go. Add to stage. There we are. We're gonna go outside and we're gonna have that. Now, can you put us on single cam once you're out there? Do you know? Yeah? Or kick the other
Sure.
camera off stage?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mikey. Okay.
Cup winning from the one and only.
Yeah, it's heating up.
All right.
Can you take that mic from me for now?
Yeah, brother.
I don't even see if it's...
Oh, it's smoking.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, film me first. Oh, yeah, I just vibrated.
Ah.
See, I love about it is I love tangy, orangey terps, citrus terps, love them. But if they're combined with something else, and with the sherp, it has that like, the sherp does not just have this like creamy, it has some gassy funk to it. And this one, 100%, man. Absolutely amazing. Derek, good buddies. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for letting me grow it.
Wow. Like I said, I got it growing right now, and it just makes me that much more excited about it. Oh, man.
Let me get high enough for the flight. How else am I gonna fly?
Pre-flight routine, get high.
100%. Come on, let's go back inside. We have to call it a day. As I said, I thank everybody for tuning in so much. Let's see if we're not gonna get like a double thing. We have to turn this mic off and then the other one back on. Doing these things more and more and more and more and more. It's fun to do this for you. It's fun to do this with this family. It's a family. It's a second family. I wouldn't do it because my first family is at home alone right now, you know, like, I don't know, like 10,000 miles away. So it's only because it feels like family, you know, otherwise I couldn't do it. I hope we see each other soon again, no?
Yeah, hopefully we see you at another event or, you know, hopefully competing in another one. So, yeah.
The thing I was hitting is the focus Aries. It's one of my favorite devices right now. I have to be honest with you. It's very versatile and you can change the batteries. So thanks for everybody. Thanks, Mikey, for doing that. And John, I hope I get to meet you. Maybe we're gonna get to meet at a cannabis event one day. Maybe you come to the World Cup.
I would love to.
I don't know where the World Cup is going to be. It used to be always at Spanibus. I would love to like tell the people from the World Cup right now, like in standalone events where you have an outdoor space and you're like, you know, it's not everybody is like just rushing there to pick up a prize and rushing back to Spanibus.
Yeah.
It might be really cool. And now is the chance because Spanibus is not in Barcelona anymore.
What was that?
Oh, he cut out here hard.
Whoops. Oh, now we are. We're back. We're back. So yeah, we're losing Wi-Fi. We have to go to the airport. Thanks so much, community. Thanks so much for everything. John, thank you so much. We're going to talk more in depth a little bit more about the technical part, about the process. Maybe we'll make another little live or so. And Bernie already said it. We don't even have to say it anymore. Do you want to read it?
it's always 420 somewhere.
That is correct. So guys, take care. It was really great. Growers love. You're an
Thank you.
amazing community. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Bye now. Talk soon.